Lisa Hirschman's the Chief Management Officer at the Department of Defense.
This defense bill.
National Defense Authorization Act.
That's a lot of paper.
House and Senate drafts of the National Defense Authorization Act would get rid of the DoD Chief Management Officer role. Are they making the right decision?
That's the Pentagon's job, and frankly, that's the Deputy Secretary's job as it is. The Deputy Secretary has traditionally been the official who has made those sort of enterprise-wide trade-offs, and that was a big point that the Defense Business Board made in their assessment of the CMO position.
Even the report from the Defense Business Boards that recommend terminating the Chief Management Officer position, they recognize that there is a critical need for a top-level official to drive the business transformation effort within DoD.
You can't argue with the need to bring commercial best practices into the department. And I've worked in the building as an SES, so I've seen it in action. It just is not a good fit for how the department makes decisions.
Past research at CSIS showed that it takes about 3 years to actually observe the effect of an acquisition reform to assess whether it was effective.
Hirschman, you are nominated to be the Chief Management Officer.
To be fair, I think it is a little odd to disestablish organization less than 3 years after it started.
We frankly probably don't know whether it was effective or not.
It's a really big bureaucracy that has over 2 million employees. So even getting a grasp of what am I looking at, so you can start understanding what are the type of solutions that would require, that in and of itself requires time.
It's a fair point if we didn't already have 15 years prior to that of history of trying the same thing, right? So I take the point. You're welcome to try it, but you're going to get the same result.
So what? Okay, so you terminate that position. Who inside the department is going to be thinking about those issues? My main concern with the idea of terminating it now is that you're going to send the department back on that learning curve.
What's setting reforms back at the Pentagon is the hollowing out of the Office of the Secretary of Defense. There are a ton of acting officials who are not Senate confirmed. There's also been sort of a hollowing out of the civil service in OSD.
Okay, good morning, everyone.
To implement a lot of these reforms, you need Senate confirmed officials, and you need them to be staffed by good civil servants.
The Army, Navy, Air Force, they have their own business transformation office, or whatever they're calling it, their own CMO kind of office.
There are positions that are empowered to make the trade-offs that the CMO wants to do, whether the CMO is there or not.
The question is who and how is that better than the Chief Management Officer? Defense Business Board report has different proposals on that, but that's not what Congress adopted. Congress adopted just the first part. So in a crude Obamacare analogy, the Defense Business Board has a repeal and replace aspect to it, whereas the NDA being discussed now mostly has a repeal